He understood questions my friends couldn't answer. I understood grief his relatives couldn't explain. Neither of us needed to justify why certain memories suddenly hurt. Why hearing a familiar song could ruin an entire afternoon.
Why grocery stores felt strange because they reminded us of people we'd believed we knew.
Healing didn't happen all at once. It arrived quietly. A morning when I realized I'd gone an hour without thinking about her. An evening when laughter no longer felt like betrayal.
A weekend when I made plans for myself instead of for a future that no longer existed.
Slowly, life became mine again. Different. Smaller in some ways. Stronger in others.
Looking back now, people always assume the money was the hardest part.
It wasn't. Money can be earned again. People assume it was the lies. That wasn't it either. Lies hurt. But eventually they become facts you learn to live with.
What truly broke me was something much quieter.
Every sacrifice. Every overtime shift. Every postponed vacation. Every delayed celebration.
Every conversation that ended with, maybe next year. Every dream placed carefully on hold. All of it had been built around a future that only one person already knew would never exist. That realization stayed with me far longer than any courtroom judgment ever could.
Here's a concluding section that brings the story full circle while ending on the haunting reflection you envisioned. Writing. Final closing.
Sometimes I think back to one particular night near the beginning of our marriage.
We were sitting on the living room floor because we couldn't afford much furniture yet.
She leaned against my shoulder and cried.
Not loudly. Just quietly enough that I wrapped my arms around her without saying anything.
She told me she wanted children more than anything. She said she hated waiting. She said she worried we were running out of time.
I remember promising her that we'd get there.
I told her I'd work harder.
Save more. Take every overtime shift I could find. One day we'd have the house. One day we'd have the nursery.
One day we'd finally become the family we dreamed about. She smiled through her tears.
I believed every word. For years, that memory motivated me whenever I was exhausted. Whenever another overtime shift appeared.
Whenever I skipped another holiday or postponed another dream.
I wasn't just earning money. I was building our future. Now I understand that night differently.